Hello everyone and welcome to Review Time. I'm your host Icelip, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Avengers Age of Ultron. Whoa! Legends Infinity Series Hulk. And he comes with a like the arm for Thanos. Unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be getting the whole set to get Thanos, because this is what the set consists of. We have Iron Man Mark 43, I guess that's from the movie. Captain America from the movie. Batroc the Leaper. Why the F? Why? Of all the figures you could make, I mean, and this is the Avengers Age of Ultron. He was not in Age of Ultron. Okay? That was ridiculous. Hellcat. Okay, she's cool, but she was not in Age of Ultron. And Spider-Woman. Okay, she's cool, and I'm definitely going to get her. So I'm going to get her, and I'm going to get him. Where is Black Widow? You know where Black Widow is? Black Widow is... who knows? But they didn't do Black Widow. They're not going to do Black Widow. So here's the back of the box. And yeah, so you can't have the... unless you get the Hot Toys, maybe. You're not going to be able to reproduce Hulk and Black Widow being lovey-dovey. So there, you got that. You got a picture of the completed Thanos warnings, and it's Marvel and stuff. So let's get Hulk out. And unlike most of the other, and it's got a nice picture of Mark Ruffalo on the side, or Hulk Ruffalo, whichever way you want to go. I'm going to keep this package just because it came with the Thanos arm, and I don't want to lose the Thanos arm. Just in case I decide to buy it, or I decide to pick up the rest of the pieces. So, yeah. So, there we got Hulk, and let's get him out. Get him out. Now, I have another Mark Ruffalo Hulk from the last movie, Avengers, and I wish he was in an easily accessible place so I could do a side-by-side comparison, as well as all the other Hulks that I've got, but I don't. In any case, that is a great likeness of the Hulk in Mark Ruffalo's style. He's got his Avengers pants on, which I'm not really sure if he had them on in the movie. I can't remember. I've got to take a look. He probably did. If you look, it's got a little Avengers tampo there, and it's nice texture to it, honestly. So, yeah. He looks really nice. He's got some detailing on his chest, but it's all kind of smoothish. And then you got detailing on the arm, which sticks out a little bit more, and I wish there was kind of more detail like that. Like, the arms look a little more solid than here. This just looks really smooth and shiny and glossy, and then the arms have a bit more texture to them. I kind of wish that the chest wasn't quite so bland, so to speak. It doesn't have, like, there is like skin texture here, and then here it's just smooth. But it still looks pretty nice. Not nearly as nice as the Hot Toys Hulk is going to look, but hey. He has joints up the wazoo. He can, depending on how you have his chest, he can sort of look up-ish. But Hulk never looks up, because Hulk is always looking down, because he's taller than everybody else. Down, he's got this ab here, which is awesome. He doesn't have any waist, but the ab kind of makes up for it. Arms can rotate a 360, bend in and out. He's got a double bend at the bicep, so you can do this if you want to. Do this. Do that, which looks funny, so you probably want to bend. Come on. Sort of like that. His hand rotates, and it does that. So you'd be like, like he was just sha-na-na. The other arm is the exact same way. Legs are on these bunches of joints, so like you can't push the leg joint up right here. You have to move it. How did I do this? It rotates like this. This joint has to rotate if you want to get forward leg movement, but you can't See, in and out here, but it doesn't rotate unless you rotate this part. If you try to rotate down here, from down here instead of rotating up here, you're gonna break your figure, and you don't want to do that. I have a like a 12-inch or whatever, one of those Build-A figures for what was his name? Apocalypse, and I broke the leg. So, but you get a decent range of movement. Unfortunately, there's no, like, his feet just kind of do a little something, but his toes don't. They took out like the toe bend, which really sucks because that means that there are some poses you won't be able to do unless you're holding him. But you can get him in certain poses. It is possible. Because his head doesn't go any farther back, he can only look straight and look down, and that kind of sucks. But you know, you can get some decent poses, and if you balance him just right, he won't tip backwards and fall down. So yeah. So he was like $20, and normally I wouldn't pay $20 for an action figure, but that's the Hulk, and Hulk is the strongest there is, and that's it. I don't care what nobody says. Hulk is my favorite character, and Hulk is the only reason I saw any of the Avengers movies. I mean, I probably would have seen him anyway, but honestly, this is the reason I went to see him. And I know his movies weren't the greatest, his solo movies weren't, but in the Avengers, he was awesome. He made, I don't know, for me, he was the most important character. So, yeah, I'm Islip. I love this figure. I love this figure. If you're a Hulk fan, get him. Unless you don't like the Mark Ruffalo Hulks, then maybe you should pass. But I think he's an awesome Hulk. At first, I didn't like it, but yeah, he looks good. He looks great. He looks like a Hulk. I wish his arms were a bit bigger and a bit longer because I'm used to Hulk having insanely long and big arms compared to his legs and everything else. But hey, look, he still actually looks really good. He really does. Yeah. Nothing else I can say. He stands about 7.5 inches tall. I'm guesstimating. I know he stands taller than the 6-inch figures, but I think about 7.5 inches. And yeah, I mean, again, look, that's amazing amount of detail in the in the face. That is a great face. This is a great figure. I love it. So I'm Islip, and I'm still Islip. Stay tuned for the next one.